has not been legally accused, indicted, tried, or convicted of anything. President Obama should follow President Ford's example and offer a preemptive full pardon and inoculation against politically motivated prosecution in the spirit of healing the divisions in our country.
That was the Reverend Jesse Jackson just moments ago calling for President Obama to pardon Hillary Clinton. In addition to that, we've got some fast-moving developments tonight in the battle over immigration. Reports that illegal immigrants are prepared to ask President Obama to pardon at least 750,000 so-called dreamers. Two, an official who says he's advising Donald Trump tells Reuters that the new administration is discussing a potential registry for immigrants from Muslim countries. And three, the Maine Kansas City Secretary of State, Chris Kobach, an architect of tough immigration laws in Arizona, says they're also discussing if they could actually build a border wall without any immediate help from Congress or congressional approval. Here to discuss, Sheriff Paul Babeu and Steve Rogers. Guys, I know we're talking immigration, but with this breaking news, Sheriff, I just want to ask you, as a law enforcement official, do you find it shocking that Jesse Jackson's publicly now saying that Hillary Clinton needs to be pardoned?
Yes, of course. This is shocking. Let's let the investigation conclude. Find out really what was happening. There's been a broken trust, and it's perishable, the trust we hold with the public at every level of law enforcement, and certainly all the questions that surround not just her intentions, the cover-up, the lies. People want to find out really what happened here, right, and in order to restore the trust. So the last thing that should happen is any sort of a pardon.
All right. Well, we know there are at least 4 congressional investigations that are going to continue into the new administration. I want to switch back to immigration with you for a moment. You're down in Arizona. The Dreamers, the DREAM Act, that was something that was extraordinarily popular with the large segments of the population. A lot of people think that's unfair, that the system itself is designed to be unfair, that people are attracted to come to this country and have children here as anchors and never have to leave. Do you think, what would you think the response would be if there was an attempt to pardon or allow the 750,000 dreamers to remain in this country, even once Donald Trump is inaugurated?
I think what needs to happen is President Obama needs to leave this alone. There's been a clear mandate here by the American people. We have a new leader, a new president. Clearly, this is his top issue, to secure the border, to put Americans, our families first for once, and not to give amnesty of any sort. So I think the message, there's no misinterpretation here. The message is very loud and clear. President Obama has had a history of overreaching and using executive authority. And in this case, this idea of using a mass pardon like this for something completely separate and apart from what the whole intention of what a pardon is used for is insanity. And it's a Hail Mary shot at the last minute that should not be allowed. It shouldn't even be entertained.
Steve Rogers, first of all, first time on the show since the election. Congratulations. I think you were among the first on the bandwagon. You were never a sycophant. Things that bother you about Donald Trump, you explained it to the American people, and you were 100% right. Now, if there's a registration for all immigrants, Muslim immigrants, do you think that's something Donald Trump is thinking about?
No, Charles, we have to make something very, very clear about his policies moving forward. He does not want to hurt anyone. He wants to help this country. And the way you help this country through a properly constitutional registry, you're going to weed out criminals before they get across the border. I think the mainstream media has blown this thing way out of proportion. We have to move forward. We have to unite the country. And that's what he's going to do at this point in time. And believe me, this guy's a compassionate guy. He gets it, and he's going to do it the right way.
So you think the media is just kind of floating this kind of stuff out there, continuing the negative narrative that they had over him the entire campaign?
I do. Look, the election is over, Charles. They're taking every bit of piece of this election and tearing it apart. We've got the media going out there talking about the Electoral College. We just heard Jesse Jackson, who, by the way, who is saying that she should be pardoned, which to me is an admission that a crime was committed.
It's a huge admission.
So everybody has to settle down. Give Donald Trump the opportunity to govern, and let's see how he does.
Sheriff Babeu, the wall, we're hearing it may not be well, there was some talk even before, certain parts of course, along the border, you can't build a wall, but how important is that, along with the deportation of up to perhaps 3 million illegals here with criminal records. We've only got 20 seconds.
It's very important, and the American people spoke. Donald Trump has it right. We're not talking about all the illegals who are here who want a better life. We're talking about a minority, which is a very large group of illegals who've committed additional crimes, 3 to 5 on average here in the United States. Everybody should agree with President-elect Trump. Identify them, apprehend them, get them out of the country so they don't create further harm, breaking our laws in the U.S.
In the meantime, you have Mayor de Blasio, who actually challenged Donald Trump today. Wow. Well, thank you, guys. Here's Lou.